bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Hey, what's going on? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. 100.7 The Score mobile app, presented by Happy State Bank, and on television, Fox 34 News now. YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV. A whole lot of different ways you can take us in, however you're doing so. Thank you for making us part of your Tuesday afternoon. Alongside Trent Hilliard, I'm Chois Woodman. Lucas White across the way taking care of us. You can also join the conversation. You got thoughts, comments, questions? Bring them all in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take the app anywhere with you. Even listen in if you're out in Nowhere, Oklahoma.
There's a lot of nowheres in Oklahoma.
There is plenty of nowheres in Oklahoma. There is no doubt about that. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Beautiful day outside.
It is. Beautiful. It's going to get a little toasty, it sounds like.
Yep. I'm still waiting for some rain, please.
That'd be nice. A giant rainstorm a week ago that we were supposed to get.
I know.
It went everywhere else in the state. But
yeah, I guess it's good for all the track and stuff that we've hosted and baseball games and things. But
sure, that helps.
Yeah, those are off other places for the most part. So let's get some rain, much needed.
It would be it'd be welcomed for sure. No, there's plenty of farmers that listen to us on tractors and such, and I think they agree with you.
Yeah.
We'll get into a few different topics today. We're going to talk some Red Raider football as Tech got a new opponent for 2027.
Yep, got to lock down at least a home game. So we're good about that.
So we'll go into possibilities. I wrote an article when the news broke that Tech was breaking it off with North Texas to ensure that they get the home games all filled out. So we'll tell you who's open on the available date now that Texas Tech has left open from a Power 5 standpoint. So we'll go through that and tell you who the possibilities are for Texas Tech to potentially play in 2027, maybe even dream a little bit on who it could be. We will get into, of course, I wish we were talking Tech hoops a little bit more. Still nothing there. Still waiting. I'm trying so hard to be patient. I feel like I'm preaching patience, but it's starting to thin for myself. I'm not, and it's not doubt. It's just watching I went through the list of top 100 players. I've done this about once a week over the last few weeks, and it's dwindled quite a bit. I think there's like 3 players available on the top 100 list now when there were 30 a couple of weeks ago.
And those are just portal people.
These are portal players, right. Yeah. So now I'm starting to, I mean, and I know Texas Tech's looking in the European route. And you've got some of that. I just want some news. I'm like everybody else. Something.
See, I kind of went through okay, I'm ready. The hour by hour checking, seeing.
Let's go.
And now it's just kind of like, it'll happen when it happens.
It will happen when it happens. I mean, there's no doubt it's going to happen. But I'm looking at all these other Big 12 schools and being like, yeah, man, I like that piece. But
some of those guys, though, are NBA combine people,
true.
Just like we've got Christian Anderson out there. They've signed, but they're also doing so they may not end up in these places that they've said they're going to.
I think there will be a wave. It's going to be a small wave, but a wave of players that are back in the portal or back available with that. So maybe Texas Tech's kind of locked into one or two of those as it sits. My stance has changed on Christian Anderson, seeing how he's done well at the combine and seeing some of these projections and his dad's tweets and those sorts of things. So I thought at one point I was kind of leaning towards him coming back. I think at this point it would be kind of surprising if he does end up back at Texas Tech. So, like we said before, positive either way. I mean, it's good for your team, good for your program. If you've got a first-round draft pick, it's good for you if you get an All-American back. So,
and we've got some good guys. We've signed some guards. We've got some scorers, some shooters. So we're good at those positions. Just bring that 7 foot.
Just bring it.
12 points a game.
Yeah.
Guy in.
We're getting all these NFL scheduled nuggets. The release is tomorrow, Thursday. Okay, I couldn't remember the official date, but we're getting all these NFL schedule release nuggets here and there. There's a report on the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day matchup potentially being with the Eagles. So, oh no, I think that is official, right? Cowboys will host the Eagles because that's on NFL.com, so that's official. As they will host the Eagles Thanksgiving Day, that's a big one. But we're getting little nuggets here and there that are pretty interesting. Still nothing. I think the Brendan Sorsby stuff has really died off at this point until he comes out of the facility.
Right.
That's what it seems like we're kind of waiting on before anything new or fresh gets out. All the lawyer, that's set in place. If you end up going that route, if there's a hearing that actually happens, or a civil lawsuit that actually happens. But I'm not even sure it'll ever get to court because settlements are what the NCAA prefers. So this facility he's in, is it like a 24-hour, like you go for drug rehab or something too? Full-on rehab, just like a drug rehab, alcohol, that sort of thing. That's what it sounds like, appears to be. I don't know if you're taking a phone away.
Yeah.
I assume so.
You'd think
with
you'd
what
have to.
He's going through, I would assume that we're going to have to take this phone and learn how to, or do you learn step by step? Okay, these are the apps you have. These are the apps you don't have. I mean, right. I have no idea. Lucas, do you have any experience in?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, well, we'll hope you don't have to go there.
We're hoping that you just keep it recreational. That's good. Speaking of odds and gambling, we have some odds for you that we'll bring you coming up in a little bit. NCAA softball national championship odds.
It's just going to make me angry, isn't it?
I don't know if it'll make you angry. I mean, you can look at it as a good thing or a bad thing. But we'll tell you where the Red Raiders fit in to the national title odds for softball. That will be coming up after some headlines. Headlines are yours next. It is the Bottom Line with you till 3 o'clock today on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Well, to be part of your Tuesday, this is the Bottom Line. 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Chois Woodman, Trent, Hilliard at yours from the First United Bank studio. Keep the thoughts, the comments, the questions, whatever you want to talk about, keep those rolling in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Like this one. So is the first round benefit for your program still good even if your guy bombs like Wilson or Culver? It's less beneficial. I wouldn't call Culver a bomb. I mean, he was in the league for 5 or 6 years. I wouldn't call that a bomb. A bomb is someone that's
right
out immediately to me, 1 or 2 years and gone. Culver didn't pan out like the number 6 overall pick. I think he was 6th overall. Could be wrong with that. But fit matters so much. I think if Jarrett Culver was in a better situation, he's probably able to hang longer. But that's part of it. Tyree Wilson, same thing. Fit matters so much. If teams don't use you the right way, and I'm not saying he's not used completely right, but I think that the way that Romello Height is being talked about with San Francisco right now, because they know exactly how they're going to use him. He's going to be a stand-up guy for third downs that rushes the passer. If that's completely how they use him, they're going to be very successful with that.
Right.
So Tyree Wilson hasn't been successful through two different coaching staffs in Las Vegas. But I still think you're happy to claim first-round picks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Top 10 picks in both those situations.
And Wilson's still got some time, too.
He does.
He's not on the backside of anything yet, so he can still get there and do some stuff. But, yeah, not going to be a Hall of Famer or anything like that. So,
yeah,
it's such a inexact science when you've got the guys that we've had that have had huge success in the NFL, and they weren't your 1, 2, or 3 round draft pick guys, and so it's a hit and miss type situation for sure, and you see bust all the time. But yeah, neither one of those guys I don't think would be a bust because they have sustained a roster spot, and
sure.
I would take the amount of money that they make as a bust, if that's what, or bomb, if you're going to call it that, any day.
Me too.
And your first team may not be your best fit.
Right.
We've seen that ample times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
You get traded or signed somewhere else,
right?
And you exceed.
This text says, my son just elbowed his mom in the face, and she's gushing blood, and we're heading to the emergency room. He said he was trying to be like Wemby, and he is only 7 years old with a domestic assault on his record. No place for this in basketball or influencing our youth. Surely this whole thing's a joke, right? Or if your wife is gushing blood, then I'm sorry. That's right. But surely the back half is a joke. If
It's going to be a little bit of an allowance suspension
case,
right there.
Yeah. Someone said Tyree just got traded. Did I miss that news? Where did he get traded? To the Saints. Okay. Totally missed that news. I hope his second team is, like Lucas is saying, a better fit.
Let Snead wear that Saints jersey.
That was last week, and I never saw it. Yeah.
he can wear it in that honor now.
Now the Saints have 1.5 Red Raiders. Actually, they signed one on a undrafted free agent. I can't remember who it was. Maybe Charles Esters. I'll have to look. All right, so I told you NCAA softball odds. You want to take any guesses at where the Red Raiders, who are the 11 overall seed in the tournament, you want to take any guesses at where they land in the pecking order of the odds?
I'm guessing somewhere between 5 and 10.
You would be too low. Texas Tech has the second best odds to win a national championship, even though they're not hosting, as of now, a super regional.
Yep, you are. You're getting me all roused up again. So.
This is what's stupid about the committee.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even a committee.
And I'm curious if
they basically just said,
yeah,
here's your RPI or whatever they're calling it, and said, this is it.
We're not going to use our brains. We're just going to copy. We're going to plagiarize the RPI in this situation and go off of that. I mean, crazy stuff. This is, and it makes me wonder, would Texas Tech have had the best odds had you not been in a situation where you're having to travel for a super regional?
Do they have OU as number one?
OU is number one. OU's got 2-1 odds. Texas Tech 3-1 odds to win a national title.
And OU's the 3 seed with 2 SEC teams in front of them.
Mm-hmm. And as it sits, if Texas Tech advances to Oklahoma City, Tech and OU will face each other in the first round.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying this corner of the bracket right here is where our national champion is most likely to come from. Texas has the third best odds, tied with Alabama, both at 5-1. Fifth best odds, Nebraska 8-1. Arkansas 12-1. Tennessee 15-1. Florida, eighth best odds, 18-1. Team that Texas Tech will have to go through most likely,
and would probably be higher if they didn't have to face.
Probably so.
So all this seeding, all this we're going to mess around Tech or whatever the agenda is now really messes around Florida.
And that's what I said yesterday. Like, you're screwing over other teams when you misseed teams. When you poorly seed, that goes for any tournament anywhere. When you misseed a team, you're not messing around just the one team that you're poorly seeding.
Right.
You're messing around an entire bracket, and you're messing around, in this case, Florida. Now, who knows? Florida can go win, and they can prove it wrong, but that's crazy.
I'm sure Oklahoma's not excited about looking again at that, going, okay, we're a 3 seed, and boy, if an upset happens, this is who we have. It's Texas Tech. That upset Florida, if that all pans out and whatever, that's not the reward.
Look, I think that I'm curious to see how all this goes. Because if Tech does do what they can do, what they have the talent to do, and that's mow through competition and even beat Oklahoma in the first round of the Women's College World Series, if they were to do that, Oklahoma's got the loudest voice of anybody in the softball room when it comes to college softball. So I'm curious if something changes with the committee on that, because they will be upset that the tournament is seeded the way it was. Mm-hmm. Because Oklahoma and Texas Tech, with the two best odds, should be the two teams that are facing each other in a championship game or set up to play that way.
Right.
That's how these things should and are supposed to work. But again, that's where it sits. Texter here says, agree. Tech got hosed, but let's not kid ourselves. If Tech had a high RPI, an extremely low RPI team was seeded higher than them, we would be throwing a fit. RPI, for what it is supposed to be a tool. It's supposed to be a tool that a committee uses, not the end-all, be-all. It is not supposed to be copy and paste. This is how we will seed the tournament through and through. Tech, and your words of extremely low RPI, Tech is 13 in the RPI. It's not like you're 26. You're 13. You're hanging out 5 spots outside of that 8 spot. We see it in baseball, where the 13th team has been a top 8 national seed. So why can't the softball committee use their brains? It's allowed.
Yep.
Tech has 52 wins right now. LSU, who has a tied RPI with Texas Tech, has 37 wins. RPI is not an end-all, be-all. It's supposed to be used as a tool to supplement. But we'll see. Tech's got a chance to go make a lot of noise. And I think they'll be extra motivated.
I believe so. Focus will be there.
It's the bottom line.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is a Tuesday afternoon. Bottom Line 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Choice, Jamie, and Lucas all hanging out with you today. Before we get to our question of the day, I want to remind everybody that 100.7 The Score and the Home Zone have teamed up again. We've already given away $80,000 locally, and we're doing it again. We're giving away $10,000 this time around to one lucky local winner.
It's like a weekly paycheck for Chois Woodman.
Where have you been holding the rest of it from?
Give it to Lucas.
Okay, that's fair. He deserves it. All you got to do, listen weekdays here on 100.7 The Score for your daily winning word. Go take it to doubleTSportsNetwork.com and you'll enter it to get yourself in the drawing for the $10,000 grand prize. You can only enter once a day, but the more days that you enter, more chances you'll have at winning. Then we'll give it away on June the 26th, that's a Friday, live at King Louis Sports Lounge for that $10,000 cash prize. Making a difference, one winner at a time. You could be next with the Home Zone, making your house a home, and 100.7 The Score. Today's word, Jamie. Name. It's still a word, right?
Yeah, it's okay. Keyword contest, but I just made them all names.
The
names. Person that did it made them all names.
Oh, the person that did it.
Yeah.
Anderson.
Interesting.
You obviously did this one off of
because the
Walt Anderson, the former Big 12 head of officials,
the word
right?
on Double T 97.3 today was topping.
Golly, you just gave away two of them.
On 100.7 The Score, it's Anderson.
I wonder how that
feels
works.
Like there's
is there a theme?
Connection or a theme.
So Jamie just gave you two words, by the way. So
yeah,
go enter at doubleTSportsNetwork.com for your chance at the 10 grand. Now let's get to our question of the day.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
It's funny that you brought up Dylan Brooks, because my question of the day for you gentlemen,
oh boy,
and I brought this on the end of the bench. Who is the most hated sports figure currently in the worldwide of sports? It can be a coach, a player, a reporter, a commissioner. The world is your oyster, and you can select who you think is the most hated sports figure currently to date.
Like as
Active.
of now, not active.
Yeah, active.
Not
yes.
all time. Okay.
This is not me saying who mine is.
Well, I want to hear yours too. Can we give like the one we think and then our own? If we
Absolutely.
Want to? Okay.
Yeah.
The most hated. Man. Dylan Brooks is way up there, but I don't. Part of being the most hated is you have to be successful, in my opinion. So, Brooks is not. I mean, he's good, but he's not great.
Once you give yours, I'll give some that I heard in the first show.
You have one?
I'm such a choose joy guy, Choice.
That you have so many you're rolling through that you can't narrow it down.
Mine personally is Josh Holiday.
I wish you would have let me guess. That was going to be my guess for you.
Yeah, mine personally is Josh Holiday.
Yeah.
Who do I think is the most? You know, I'm around Choice so much, I might say Nick Sirianni.
Actually, he's not the top of my list, but
I think it's LeBron, and part of it is because he's such a popular figure. He's a polarizing figure. You can't just be some scrub who comes off the bench and plays 6 minutes a game and averages 2.5 per contest, or some football player who's a fourth wide receiver for a team and makes 12 grabs in a year. You got to be a stud, right?
yes.
To be disliked that much.
Yes.
If Nick Sirianni, didn't have a team that was winning a lot, Choice would probably not dislike him so much.
There's reality to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, Tyreek Hill deserves to be in this conversation.
But
because he's a despicable human being.
He's not at the top.
He might be for me. Or near the top. Pretty sad that I picked a guy who just chatters too much and runs his mouth over Tyreek. But I think it's LeBron.
That's my answer.
I think if you went across around the country and everybody had to fill out a form and say, which professional athlete do you dislike the most? I think you'd get more LeBron answers than any other.
That's what I would roll with, because I think that's the answer. You go, you question, or you're asking a bunch of people that exact question. I think there's a few years ago you could probably say Deshaun Watson, but he's not been on the board for so long. I think.
And that's the crazy part about LeBron. He's never really been in any kind of trouble.
I think Aaron Rodgers is up there on a lot of people's list.
Fair.
That was a name that was brought up. Caitlin Clark was a name that was brought up.
Angel Reese.
Oh, what about Miss Meebounds? Come on.
Angel
She not
Reese.
number one on your list?
No, she's not. I have to care enough. She doesn't deserve me caring enough.
So, yeah, I think my answer is LeBron as well.
Okay.
For
How about
whatever.
Novak Djokovic?
I don't know. Maybe.
High on my list.
That's pretty high.
Yeah.
No Travis Kelce for you?
No, I don't hate Kelsey.
Dan Hurley is another name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Stephen A. Smith is another name.
That's way up there.
What about Rob Bro?
Draymond Green is really high, too.
Yes.
Like, man, Green might be the top
Yeah.
when you're talking all arounds. There's a faction of people that love him, and then
Who are these
just
people?
about guys that have been hit with a hammer in the head too many times, probably. I don't know.
I'm just blown away that there's a car company that put him in their ads.
He's the dirtiest baseball player right now.
Oh, man. This used to be more of a thing. Now it's hard to
You're
be
not
dirty.
allowed to be anymore.
Yeah.
Dirtiest baseball player. Brugnet Odor still.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to be relevant on these conversations, remember?
I don't think he's in the league anymore. I don't.
There's not a name that immediately.
Supposedly,
Who's
That's a genuine question.
who's
Yeah,
your
supposedly Garrett Cole hit some.
Oh, I did see that. That was quite a
A
he
ball.
hit a home run off of him and then he pegs him
And
in
he
the back.
pegs him in the next at bat.
Like, come on, dude. Let this guy have his moment. Lucas, who's yours all time? Or who do you think it is? Not all time, but current.
For me, on a personal scale, it would be Kyle Kuzma
Okay.
or Manny Machado.
Okay. Machado's
yeah.
But
easy.
Machado is also could be a
Easy
one
on the
for
list, yeah.
national. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of options out there. Sports Aid's fun. Kevin Durant.
Nah, not for me. Don't.
Okay. Like A-Rod, there was a point where he would have been top of this list at one
Yes, he
point.
would have absolutely.
But now he's
Especially by Yankee fans.
like, I know. That's the greatest part of it.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is that time. Time for Tell Me I'm Wrong on the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score app. Choice, Jamie, and Lucas with you for another half hour. Jamie, what do you got for us today?
All right, Choice, Lucas, and our fine listening audience. Tell me I'm wrong. The leading rusher, the leading receiver for Red Raider football. And when I say receiver and I say rusher, I mean yardage. The leading yardage guys rushing and receiving this upcoming season will be guys that are returners and that played last season.
Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm going through the candidates here. Obviously, the rusher's an easier one. It's either you believe that it's Quentin Joyner or one of the other two guys. Pretty easy there. Receiver, there's a few more options. Coy Aiken and Micah Hudson are the first two that kind of pop in for most likely candidates on the returners. You have Kenny Johnson in there for the new guys. I think, Jamie, I'm going to say you're right. I think so. I think Cam Dickey's your leading rusher this year, and I think, I think these are going to be really tight numbers all the way across. So I'm going to say you're right, but not feel super confident in it.
Okay.
And I'm curious in a second who your receiver is. Lucas?
I'm with you, Choice. I'm more confident in the running backs. I think Jacoby Williams will be your leading rusher.
Oh, wow.
And then receiver, I'm going to go with Coy.
Cowboy Coy.
Yeah.
Who are the ones that top your list?
I think the difference for me is I have Terrence Carter as your leading receiver.
I didn't mention him, and that's a great
yards.
pick. I think receptions, Terrence Carter will have the most receptions this year. I don't know if that'll translate to most receiving yards, though. But I think that's a great pick. And you're going Cam Dickey?
Yes.
I think Malcolm Simmons will be kind of a possession guy, the transfer from Auburn. I think Dante Lee's and Jalen Jones are kind of deep guys. Kenny Johnson's the best candidate, and that's not one of your three returners. But by the numbers, you've got a better chance at, if we're going by the three guys that could be a leading receiver returning, I think that gives you some better odds there. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Kenny Johnson, but I wouldn't completely write off Micah Hudson either. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not going to make some sort of outright declaration, but we've seen guys find their groove as they get older, and the talent's obviously there for Hudson, so we'll see. How different do you think the receiving numbers are, Jamie, with or without Brendan Sorsby? Like, how much of a percentage of the offense changes in your mind when you're talking about passing yards compared to running yards? Rushing yards, I should say. That's a real thing.
I think Sorsby was going to give you, if you're comparing it to Will Hammond, I think the rushing yardage will be, I think Hammond will probably rush more than Sorsby.
So how much of the season do you expect to have Hammond? 3/4?
3/4 of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 8 games and beyond. Last year, Jamie, you threw for 3,899 yards as a team.
Mm-hmm.
You rushed for 2,560. What do you expect those numbers to look like this year?
Give me the numbers again.
3,899 passing yards, 2,560 rushing yards. Now, plays were different. You ran more rushing plays than passing.
I expect the rushing to be up.
Like a 3,000-yard number? You're 2,500 last year.
Maybe just short of 3,000.
Okay. I think
2,900 something. Okay.
Do you have 2,000-yard backs? Last year you had one at 11.24 and one at 8.68.
I don't think so.
Okay.
And then passing-wise, I think you're down 300 or so.
So similar total yardage.
Mm-hmm. Pretty close.
But just, I think I'm right in the same realm as you. I think you're closer to 3,500 yards passing and closer to 3,000 yards rushing this year, especially if you just lean heavily on the run. Now, if you lean heavily on the run, typically your total yardage will go down too because there's less plays.
Yeah, less plays.
So your total yardage will probably go down, but we'll see. You're also allowed to have really big rushing plays. You can have 70-yard runs. That was not the way to execute the pickle. That's really weird for anybody that has no idea what I'm talking about. We got Akron and Oakland on in front of us. Wow, that was bad execution.
First name, Executed Pickle.
Executed Pickle. If you're listening to the morning drive this morning, Jamie expressed how much he loves pickles. So
something like that.
You were cool in high school? Hard to envision. That's from Central Texas Hank.
There were only 36 people in my graduating class, so, I mean, you pretty much...
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, but, I mean, it was hard not to be one of the cooler people. I mean, there's only 36 of them.
How many were in yours, Choice?
We had almost 300. 290, I think.
Okay.
Everybody thinks Dumas is just small, and it's smaller now, but it's not that small. We were 5A school.
I had over 600 in my graduating class.
That's big. What's your daughter's class right now? 8 something?
I think it's 860 or something. I can't remember.
Friendship's kind of big.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's shrinking. I don't often have a chance to listen in the afternoon. This is a really good show. It's from Central Texas Hank. We appreciate you, Hank.
Thank you.
Come by whenever you want. Come by and listen when you can. Did you see Ryan Day, what he was doing this week? He's one of your favorite guys. We're talking about hateable figures in sports.
I don't dislike him that much. I think he's a bit of a tool, but isn't he taking his kid to school somewhere else?
He was on an official visit with his son at Northwestern. Yeah, how weird is that?
So weird.
I mean, it happens. Your kids go to other schools. That happens because his kid's not good enough to play at Ohio State is kind of the assumption.
But he's good enough to play at Northwestern? Gosh.
Which is still in your conference. That's the weird part, right? You're going
when you want to tell him, hey, go play somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, you're going on visits at other schools.
Is
this a new thing unlocked by coaches, though?
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, I can go check out stuff from behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Ryan Day needs to do that at Northwestern.
You think there was negative recruiting of Ohio State?
That would be hilarious if they did that.
Yes.
What if he's like, okay, can I see your playbook?
Yeah.
Can we take a look at this playbook? It's like, you know it. You beat us by 50. It's the bottom line. We have most interesting facts of the day up next for you on 100.7 Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is time for the most interesting facts of the day, brought to you by Dos Equis. The most interesting man in the world. Jamie.
Yes, Choice.
Did you happen to know Gorman syndrome is a rare but benign eating disorder that causes someone to develop a new passion for gourmet food?
Wow.
It usually occurs...
Do you think I could get that?
Doubtful.
No chance.
It usually occurs 6 to 12 months after an injury to the frontal lobe.
Suddenly they only want gourmet food.
Is this what happened to me? After all the concussions, I only want fancy food?
Fancy feast?
I think I'm out on that. Clint and I had a discussion off air of what the best dog foods were for humans to eat.
You freak me out with this.
I have never tried wet dog food, but there's I've tried some dry food and the milk bones. You ever tried one of those?
Why would I do that, Joyce?
Just curiosity.
There's none.
Kills cats. It doesn't kill humans.
Or dogs, apparently.
Yeah. The bacon strips, I wanted to know if it tasted like bacon.
And
They don't. I feel bad that I'm giving that to the dog, but still likes it. Pepperoni, tried that.
pepperoni.
That's probably the best tasting of the dog treats I've tried.
Well, thanks for letting us know.
You're welcome. There's your review you didn't know you needed. Jamie, did you know the average bra size in the U.S. is now 34 double D, according to sales data?
I really had no idea, Choice.
It's a big leap from 40 years ago when the average was reportedly 34B.
Oh, really?
Draw whatever conclusions you want. Jamie, did you know texting and driving is still legal in one state?
Which one?
You want to guess?
Nevada.
I don't think it's a neighboring state, but it's in the same area. Montana.
Okay.
There's a lot of open spaces and not very many people, so I guess they're like, yeah,
Okay.
y'all are good.
Could hit a moose.
Go for it. A moose, an elk. John Dutton. Jamie, did you know the first website in the U.S. was a page created by people at the Stanford Linear Accelerator Center?
Did not know that.
It was posted in 1991 and featured info about the projects at their lab. Okay.
All right.
All right. Jamie,
Yes, Joyce.
did you know the only common English word that ends with the letters MT is dreamt?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, did you know that the most common city name in the world is San Jose?
That's surprising.
There are 1,716 cities, towns, villages, counties, and regions named San Jose. San Antonio is the second most common.
Is it really?
And Jamie, did you know...
Bunch of uncreative people
I know.
founded this country.
Get it together. How many Lubbocks are there? This has got to be the only one, right?
No clue.
Jamie, did you know Kraft mac and cheese came out in 1937?
I also know it's really good, and I had it for dinner last night and lunch today.
Came out during the Great Depression, and it was an instant hit because it could serve a family of 4 for 19 cents.
Okay.
Makes sense. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge fan. I remember back in the day when I was living by myself, I would just make that for dinner. Just one pot and just eat the whole thing.
No protein?
I didn't think about
cut
that
up
when,
some
when
weenies
you're a
and throw 'em in there?
17-year-old kid.
I guess so. You probably weren't a ramen noodle guy, were you?
No, I was not.
So this was your ramen replacement.
Yeah, it was that and little individual Tony's pizzas.
Those are... Yep. Tony's or Totino's?
It was Tony's for me.
I like the Totino's, the square ones.
Okay.
Steven says, I once tried chicken wet cat food. Tasted like chicken. Alcohol may have been involved. Steven also mad at you, Jamie, because of your pronunciation of Nevada.
Oh, good. Sorry, dude.
What'd you say, Nevada?
I guess. I don't remember.
Do you go back and forth on that one?
I think so.
I know people, yeah. I think Steven lived over there, so that's probably why he's a little perturbed with it.
Nevada makes me sound like, or makes me feel like I'm saying pecan.
Nevada, Wisconsin. All right, y'all continue to bring in any thoughts and comments you want on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Did you see your boy Sark, what he did today? Lucas was cool with it. He took I don't know if this was a intentional shot at Ole Miss or if they had said something or did something, but he took a shot at the Rebels. Sarkisian on Ole Miss's transfer portal practices and academic standards. At Texas, we will only take 50% of a player's academic credit hours. You may be a semester away from graduating, but you're going all the way back to 50%. if you play here and want a degree. But at Ole Miss, they can take you. All you have to do is take basket weaving, and you can get an Ole Miss degree. That makes Texas sound kind of stupid to me. Like, why are you cutting them back to 50% if they've earned the work elsewhere? I get that some don't transfer.
So basically, guys aren't transferring to Texas unless, well, okay.
He's saying if you want a degree. He did say
I was
that.
just about to say, how many of them just go there and don't get the degree?
That's what it sounds like. So he's probably making excuses for the graduation rate that's going down for Texas. Because it's going down because there's people transferring just to transfer or to play football.
Yeah. Or
and then
you go there
graduating
before your junior season when you've only gone for half of your credit hours anyways.
Yeah.
After 2 years.
I mean, but that's more than a veiled shot.
Oh, that's
saying basket weaving.
Yeah.
So he must have lost a recruit to Ole Miss or something.
I would assume something like that.
I don't know where this started from. I just saw that. And I'm like, whoa.
Shots fired.
Is that better or worse than underwater basket weaving class?
Regular basket weaving? Oh, that's worse because at least underwater you got to hold your breath.
Not if you have the equipment, the mask, and the gear and stuff.
Would you ever try scuba? Are you
I
for
would
scuba?
try that. I've never scuba dove.
Scuba dove? I think it's scuba dived, actually. But
I think my uncle got his scuba diving license here in Lubbock. He went to the lake and did the classes.
There's a silo somewhere, like in West Texas.
You can.
That's like full of water that you can go do your scuba in. Scuba cert.
Scoobing.
I want to do that. That's on the bucket list for me to get the certification. I've scuba'd. I don't know if that's correct or not. I've divin one time.
I just want this conversation to go on as long as possible to see how many times we can use the wrong term.
I've done that one time, and it was awesome. So I would want to get the.
Yeah.
That was off the 1 hour class where I totally learned everything I needed to. But.
Yeah.
All right.
You should do it with a dog, and then you can. Scooby Dooby Doo.
Who was what show was there a Scuba Steve? There used to be a show that had a Scuba Steve, remember? Stanford Steve was SVP in Rosillo.
I'm not sure there, Choicer.
All right, Jamie. You're my encyclopedia, and I don't know. Oh, never mind. It's not a show. Scuba Steve is from Big Daddy. Remember that was the little character the action figure that
the little boy
that the kid carried around,
okay.
And then he dressed as Scuba Steve. The Adam Sandler dressed as Scuba Steve in it.
All right.
Not a Big Daddy guy?
I was all right. I mean,
yeah, that's probably
best part of it is he was like a big Syracuse fan.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day. Never know what you're going to learn. Like how to say scuba in the plural or past tense.
Scuba dove.
That's it. It's got to be. For Jamie Lent, Trent Hilliard,
dived.
and Lucas White, I'm Chois Woodman. It's been The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.